Oh, Quidley. Oh. Well, good evening and welcome back, National Soccer League fans, to our first affair of Week 6 action here.
We're just a very pleasant day for football.
We're just going to restart this whole thing. Hold on, y'all. This is nothing that we can't fix. Can't turn them off in game. And apologies for that little snafu there at the beginning of our broadcast. We have been hacked in by a third-party malware user trying to hijack the booth. So that all sorted out now, and we're ready to go. These fans inside the building none the wiser, as the Terminators are hosting a match here. And the Oregon Orcas coming to town to pay them a visit today. And this one, our first match of Week 6 action again. Take a look at the two lineups for the starting sides in just a moment. A long look at Murdoch Finnegan there, and here is the starting 11 for the home side. No changes to this team again, but they've got to find some ways to get Andrew Hearn going. Only one goal this season, and it came in Week 1, so a long dry spell for him by his own standards. And thankfully, the Terminators have been able to pick up the slack in his absence, and have stormed up to a 3-2 record. Really would be higher up the table, but two of those wins came in extra time, where Deku has been the magical leaf, the magic man rather, providing those two golden goals. And the Orcas have continued to struggle this season on the road again here today, and in a game where they are heavily listed as underdogs once again. They're going to need a strong performance after a loss at home once again to their divisional rivals, the Conductors. And looking to bounce back here, they have got a win this season, and the interesting news for them is, really, the unfortunate news relating to Ben Weaver, who had once again forced his way into a starting lineup after a dismal start from Debaka Yomba, but a torn ACL has rendered him out for, in all likelihood, the majority of the rest of the season, which is a big blow to this side that was already struggling to score goals. But the exciting news is it means a first career start for the young rookie second overall pick, Rui Pedro Martins, is getting his NSL full debut today on the right wing for the Orcas. Let's see if he can show some flashes of his potential. This one here. As the Terminators give the ball away quickly this time. Orcas have it. Mills fouled, but will play on. Silva, nice ball forward for Jazargo Ramses. Here is Conrad. Bankhead into Murdoch Finnegan. That's a teasing ball in, and Finnegan could be in here. Circling for the shot, and saved by Lockwood. Just took too much time. It's a sign of a striker struggling for confidence at the moment. Hasn't really adapted to life at his new club. This is a good start. Swivels on it, and Lockwood able to react quick enough. The Orcas with the first chance of the game on the road here. Pretty ideal start for them. Got a corner now to show for it, with Pedro Martins checking in short for Conrad. Conrad going to use Rui Pedro Martins. Here he goes. Trying to do some of that dazzling footwork, but he's been read by Ryan Ansa, who said not so fast, rookie, and now here he goes the other way. Ansa still going down this line here. A lot of space ahead of him. Pedro Martins is desperately tracking back. Onside towards Andy Hearn. Blocked by Levinas, but illegally drawn off the arm. It's going to be a penalty. Well, Hearn goes up for the header, and in between two defenders, there's a suspicion of foul play, enough for the referee to pull it back. And Andy Hearn, who's only scored one goal this season, it's from the penalty spot, looking to make it 2-2 and break his 4-game duck. Hearn up against Hran, 12 yards out. Hearn, it's been saved by Edmund Hran. And the atmosphere suddenly changes in here because it was a good penalty. Actually, it's pretty poor. It looked better from our angle in the booth here, but replay showing us it was savable, and Edmund Hran, credit to him, does really, really well to get a strong hand on that and deny Hearn from the spot. Wow, what a chaotic start here in our first game of week 6. Ball swung in, away by Conrad. Silva does one further to Rui Pedro Martins, whose mistake nearly led to that opening goal. Bailed out by sophomore shot stopper Edmund Hron. Conrad is on the attack again, looking in the mood to get it behind. Here goes Rui Pedro Martins. No. Conrad. Desargo. Conrad for the foul, trying to flip it up, and that is going to be brought back for the, I'm not sure if it was the original contact or the secondary conduct. But either way, it's a chance for Luis Silva. And right on the edge of the penalty D here, 20 yards out. Going to be tough to get up and over and then back down this wall. And against Peter Lockwood and some big defenders could be tough. But Silva going to try it by himself nonetheless. Going to go for goal here. Silva off the crossbar. And just so unlucky are the Orcas again here. Still a chance with Desargo. Finnegan. Pedro Martins going to curl it. And Lockwood makes another strong stop there. Ball goes forward up to Andrew Hearn. Echoing Conrad fighting. Roberts to Conrad. Orcas have maybe been the better of the two sides so far through the opening 15 minutes on the road here. Encouraging start for them. Here's Finnegan again. Conrad, shot blocked by Chalkers, but through Rui Pedro Martins! Oh, what a chance for the rookie there. Shows what he's all about. That technique, playing with some swag out there. And it's a sweetly struck volley beyond the arms of Peter Lockwood and just beyond the far post. That was an excellent take and top technique from the rookie there. Orcas fans are liking what they're seeing so far. Terminators a little bit on the back foot at the moment. And McDonald not helping. He's dribbled the ball out of bounds. Bankhead. Clever little flick back to Conrad. Finnegan letting it run. Here goes Finnegan. Curving inside, looking for the run of Silva. And Kovac was well positioned that time. Giving away Bankhead. Nice interception. Silva cleverly flicked on. Bankhead to Finnegan. And too many defenders in the way. The yellow submarine out there today. Chalker's good skill. Out of the back, composed and calm. That's a nice ball, and now Hearn can get forward. Andrew Hearn trying to get him behind here. Eased on for Cox. Well defended by Thomas Mills, who used his large frame to get in the way there. Vitis put under pressure, had to clear it in a panic. So wins it back. Terminators now on the attack. And Quinn Roberts in the way that time. Orcas regain possession and going to send it long for Pedro Martins again. RPM as they call him. Can he get some RPM going forward here? Pressured, but not enough to get past Chalkers. Hearn. I think on Levitas. Excellent defending from him. Because continuing to dominate in the possessional sphere here with Roberts. Conrad. Pedro Martins. Threads one through the legs of a couple defenders. Back with Finnegan. Bankhead. Desargo Ramses going long. That's a searching ball and intercepted easily enough by Kovac. Terminators regain possession. Here is Andrew Hearn. Cox switching the field now to Marchenko. Seaspan, who's been very quiet so far in this one. Deku. That's Seaspan. Cox with a poor ball, given away. Terminators not really doing much with that possession anyway. Orcas have been positive. Bankhead showed a little bit too much of it there, and Ansa able to weasel his way back onto the ball. Seasman. Cox to Hearn. Nice hold-up play from him. Through the middle to Ansa, and Hron was alert to the danger. Off the line. Clever move, but good goalkeeping from the Estonian. Bankhead. Finnegan. Out wide again. Pedro Martins. Conrad got a toe in, it's back, and the Terminators are able to take over possession again. Kovac. both these teams still feeling each other out, and a bit of a slow start here in week 6. It was an exciting opening 15 minutes, a missed penalty, a couple big saves, but we are goalless as we head into the final 10 minutes of the first half. That's a nice tackle from Conrad, though. Orcas trying to throw numbers forward here. This might be the good chance, as good a chance as they could get. Silva trying to roll his way through, and that's a bad giveaway with teammates waiting across the goal. Get greedy and cost the giveaway there. Lachenko threw himself at it. Brave play. Here's Ahmet Sisman to try it, and Braun had to beat it away. Fortunate passage of play. Sisman pouncing on the opportunity. Opportunistic scavenging instincts. And Braun able to keep it out again. Another big save. Strong showing in this first half from him. Deku. And towards Rodchenko, good header, and a great stop from Braun. Clawing it off the goal line again, and the roars of frustration continue to grow around here. What a stop this is. Well, it's a good thing Braun was alert, because Levitas, having a word with his keeper now, was comatose on the front post. That nearly went in. They're going to take again. Lots of targets in there. Cox offering a short option again as well. Swinging towards Rodchenko again. Just Zargo, brave header away. Big Coop has been dispossessed. Casual touch has been taken away from him. Silva now running at Ryan Onsa, trying to track back. It's a poor ball into the middle. Pedro Martins has got to hold that run there. He was in on goal but couldn't stay on side. Orcas get it back. Another big giveaway from the Terminators here. Zargo too slow. Both these sides really sloppy in possession in the final third. Deku to Rodchenko. Nice ball to onside. Run to the middle is Hearn. Didn't get it. Now it's Sisman. Trying to get away from Carl. Rodchenko has it. Rodchenko still going here. Levitas did really well. It was a scrappy bit of play there from both sides. Here's Finnegan now. Put his head down and trying to play in Pedro Martins, but the ball was behind him. Roberts able to keep it and turn it to Rui. Back to Bankhead. 2 minutes of added time and a last chance for the Orcas here in the first half. Finnegan. Bankhead going to drive one, and Lockwood able to get strong hands on it. And that may just about do it for our first half action here. Terminators trying to get one last attack going, but the referee may not let it play out as Ahmet Sisman gave it away, and it's a slow burner here in our first match back for week 6 as the Terminators and Orcas play out a goalless draw in the opening 45, hoping for better results on the offensive going forward. Missed penalty from Andrew Hearn, the talking point after our first 45. We'll be right back in just a short break on the National Soccer League Network. No, Nicola Botra. Welcome back, National Soccer League fans. A tie game as it stands, and Frank Kostopoulos has come on for Jordan Bankhead at the break, trying to impose a more attacking-minded presence on the field. It's a change we've seen often for this Orcas squad, the young captain being taken off early in games when they are needing goals. More of a defensive-minded player himself who does pinch in with an odd goal and assist here and there. And the Orcas have given it away. McDonald, nice ball, Rodchenko. Get back on the front foot. Here is McDonald again. Isolated himself a bit here into the corner. But he's won himself a corner in the corner off Quinn Roberts. Terminators fans get to their feet. Once again, they're trying to start the second half brighter than the first. Deku looking for another decent delivery here. And Cox again checking in. And he's got it. Space and time for Cox. Now he drives it into the back post for Ahmet Sisman. It's Ahmet Sisman. It's bundled in off the elbow of Quinn Roberts. Ahmet Sisman has scored again for the Terminators, his third goal of the season. Well, Hearn's been quiet, but the new signing is paying dividends. And how do they let him get so open, a player of his caliber, on the back post? It's actually off the backside of Roberts there. And I think Kron might have had this ball covered as he dives to save it. It's wrapping to the far corner, but Kron is already committed. He can't change his trajectory mid-flight. And is hapless to watch as it humbly spills in across the goal line. And Amit Sisman breaks the deadlock here. The Orcas concede again. Since Edmund Hron was drafted number 4 overall in last year's class, they have not kept a clean sheet. That run will continue here today through week 6 after 25 games without a clean sheet last season. 31 and counting on the bounce. I feel a bit hard done by this as well. Finnegan trying to hit back with an immediate response. Silva has blocked for the corner by Kovac. Maybe the Orcas can try and work some magic from a set piece. And they might need a little bit of luck here. Look at that goal from Sisman. A lot of luck. Heavy deflection off of Roberts, but he won't care. It's his name that goes down on the score sheet. Amit Sisman. Short corner to Pedro Martins. Good skill. That time he's away. Rui Pedro Martins going on. Costopoulos blocked. And Finnegan's not even blocked by McDonald. All the luck in the favor of the Terminators right now. Orcas get 2 unlucky bounces instead of a lucky one. Here's Gisargo. Pedro Martins, who's growing his influence on this game by the passing minute. Finnegan working it out wide. Ben Roberts now trying to whip one in for Gisargo, and Kovac always going to win that battle in the air. Here's Thomas Mills. Orcas still have it here after this corner. Gisargo, half a yard of space. Can he work it? Good feet from him. Here's Thomas Mills. Mills! Great save from Lockwood. Stunning stop from the keeper there to keep the score at 0 in the home side's favor. We've got a corner for the Orcas as we approach the hour mark here. 1-0 lead still slenderly intact, but we might have a substitution coming up first. And indeed we do. Let's see who's coming on. Finnegan's day is done. Second change of the afternoon. Kamrai Shakir, the forgotten man, transfer requested, ends up sticking around and he's on to the fray today. Try and tilt the balance his team's way. Pedro Martins checks short again from Conrad. He's had some success in these short options and he dinks it in now. Silva's in! Luis Silva breaks the deadlock for the Orcas and they draw level. And guess who's at the heart of it? It's Rui Pedro Martins, the number 2 overall pick, making the magic happen, and Silva just gets half a yard. It's been a good signing, a good addition to this side. The free agent from the Condors, long-term charioteer player. And Lockwood just loses this one. I feel like he should have it, but it trickles in. And a well-worked routine pays off. 2 goals from 2 set pieces for these two teams. 1-1. Rui Pedro Martins the provider as Luis Silva scores the game's equalizing goal. It's all set up for a thrilling final half hour here. That's so funny. I'm trying to do it. Well, that is probably all fair and square if you've been watching this one. The Orcas have had a handful of chances, probably more well-worked opportunities than the Terminators today. Feeling quite unlucky to be down, especially given the nature of that big deflection goal. And they don't give up. They keep working. They've got themselves back in the game here. 2 substitutions have been made as well. Here's one of them, Shakir. And you can see why he's a substitute. He's passed it to the other team there. Here's Hearn trying to get the home side back in front. Sisman. Nice flick from Amit Sisman. It's Ryan Ansah. Ryan Ansah. Great save by Braun, who had to make a choice. And he guessed the right way again. That's just frustrated with himself. Does well here. On. It's a great stop using every inch of his 6'5" frame. They're 2 big boys in the goals today. And they are being stretched. In this one here, it's 1-1, deadlocked at the moment. A corner for the Terminators. The set pieces have been key today. Good ball, and Pedro Martins back defending it. Off the chest there as well. Shakir trying to fight for it. Couldn't get it off a big coup. Here's Hearn. Nice turn. Rodchenko trying to find Sisman around the back. And Sisman's able to keep it in, but Thomas Mills was well positioned to steal that ball from the touchline. The frustration now, the home fans, a chorus of boos because that attack was a bit wasted from Rodchenko. Here's Conrad. Shakir. Costopoulos out wide to Silva. And the Orcas come all the way back here in the 20 or so odd minutes that remain. Nice turn from Mills, and here goes Thomas Mills. Gets it back for Jazargo with space ahead of him. Into Kostopoulos, going to let it fly, and Lockwood had to put it behind for a corner. Orcas are still in this game, and they are charging ahead, trying to take the lead here. What would be a shock upset here? They gave up. Trying to take the corner. It's short to Pedro Martins again. This has been a very effective strategy. Oh, he goes down. A strong challenge from Ansa, and he's won a free kick. Ansa remonstrating with the referee, saying that should have been a yellow card for diving for Rui Pedro Martins, as he did go over a bit theatrically there. I really can't speak today. I have another change cooked up here, and indeed we do. Let's see who is making their now out as Mike Levis leaves the field. The third change of the day and the final change for the Orcas. The Terminators have made no substitutions. Interesting dichotomy there is unfolding. Now a free kick for Conrad on the edge of the 18-yard box. We've got another change coming up. This is strange. Well, it's Seasman, the goal scorer on the day for the home side, is coming off for Scuba Jameis, who was a force off the bench last week, scored off the bench to get his side back in the game. So have to see what he can do here. And substitute role once again, as Kostopoulos' header was not one of his best and out for a goal kick. Well, we've got 15 minutes to play, and it's all level still at this moment. The Terminators had the lead through an Ahmet Seasman goal. And the Orcas able to get a goal back. Ooh, and they're playing with fire here, the Terminators. That was a bit silly, wasn't it? As here's Silva. Shakir. Conrad to Shakir off the bench. He's done it! Shakir punishing the Orcas, or the Terminators rather, for their foolhardy play at the back. And they have let this one get away. The forgotten man, as we mentioned, Shakir, off the bench to win it as it stands. Well, this replay doesn't show the full sequence. Conrad gets the assist, a nicely worked little pass and move there from the Orcas again, who are in for a shock upset here as it stands. 2-1 lead, and they take the lead for the first time today in the dying embers of this match. Again, that goal was really silly. Lockwood and Big Coop so casual at the back, just fooling around and forcing the panicky clearance. Ends up resulting in a goal. We've seen one substitute make an impact. Jameis trying to do the same now. On the field, he's taking up a more centralized role. So Hearn's playing almost as a winger, which is very strange. Don't see that often. Have to see if it pays dividends here. Rodchenko. Still going inside. Rodchenko. He's been tripped up there by Carl. Was it inside the box? It was! Oh dear! Marshall Carl with a boneheaded challenge. Hacks down Rodchenko inside the penalty box. And Ralph Cox is off. Where Sullivan comes on. Second change of the day for the Terminators, but they got a penalty. And Hearn has had one saved by Braun in the first half. Can he score this time? Hearn! He scores! The Orcas give it away after a courageous fight back. And Hearn was never going to miss twice from the spot. And he's got his second of the season on his second time of asking from 12 yards, and we're all level once again here. What a thrilling finale here. Come out. Well, he goes the same way, but he keeps it on the ground this time in Braun. Maybe he was going to go down the middle. Doesn't move. It's not a terribly good penalty again. It's probably a savable one if he moves, Edmund Braun, but rooted to the spot, and we are rooted at 2-2, all tied up once again here. Terminators get us level, and we are nicely poised for extra time or another late winner in the final 10 minutes of regulation time that remain here. Because either team had that in them in our first match of Week 6 action, which has been a real thriller to start so far. A bit of a slow burner in the first half, 0-0, but now it's 2-2. Hopefully the match of the day, which will take place right after this one between the Green Galaxy and the Olympians, just a short while, will live up to this hype as the Terminators win the ball back, and Deku's on the ball here. He's been so good in these kind of situations, Deku. Oh my, that was strange. I think he must have got dizzy. First to the commentator for him, because he scored. from very similar position last week against the Condors to defeat them in extra time. And similar fate in week 1 against the Green Galaxy. That time he maybe just got a little bit distracted. And that chance passes him by. A final change of the day. Donald coming off for Edgar Ayala. So bringing off a defender, an extra attacker, a sign of intent from the home side here, trying to win it in regulation time. Something they've struggled to do this season. They've got 3 wins, but only 1 has come before the 90-minute mark. Looks like they're heading to extra time again. It would be the most extra time games by any team this season. 3 games out of 6 so far where they've gone beyond the original 90 minutes. As it stands, that is the route we are taking, but there is still time for one of these two sides to topple the hopes of the other. Here's Rui Pedro Martins, who created the assist for the equalizing goal at 1-1. Roberts back to it. Conrad. Luis Silva. Into Jazargo Ramses. Silva trying to return it to Jazargo. Who's in here? Lockwood with a big save up the shin. Silva. Jazargo. Good save from Lockwood at corner again. The Orcas are circling like apex predators. Jazargo still desperate for his first goal. Orcas colors denied by Lockwood on 3 or 4 occasions today. Big save. Again that time. Corner for the Orcas. They have been playing a pivotal role, and so has this man, Rui Pedro Martins. Back to Luis Silva. Martins saved by Lockwood. What a story that would have been for the full debutant, Rui Pedro Martins, who has been excellent in the second half. An assist and nearly the match-winning goal here. If not for a diving fish, Peter Lockwood in the air. Corner for Conrad again. No short option this time. Swung in towards Thomas Mills in the back post. Big Coop is up and away. Jazargo won it back though for Jordan Wilson. Quinn Roberts. Jazargo, time to turn, and then went for the shot. A bit greedy there, gave it away. Deku to Hearn. Rachenko spotting the run of Jameis on the far side. Here goes Scuba Jameis deep into added time. Scuba Jameis. Trying to work in the yard for the cross. O'Sullivan to Hearn, and the chance is not taken straight into the yards of Edmund Braun. A good chance for the match winner, not taken there. Here's Jazargo to Luis Silva. Mills. Check here. Thought he had the winner. Pedro Martins bullied off it by Chalkers. 6 minutes of 8 played in added time. Here's Rodchenko. One last call for the Terminators here. Ayala was sloppy and slow and gave it away. Now the Orcas are going to get the last possession of the game, and all likelihood Thomas Mills trying to do the unthinkable here and stun this Texas crowd. Carl Kostopoulos. Jazargo, well read by Roy O'Sullivan, and that should be that. Another extra time game awaits the Terminators here as we're tied 2 goals apiece. We'll be back with Golden Goal in just a minute after a short break on the National Soccer League Network. Welcome back, National Soccer League fans. All tied up, and the Terminators are trundling towards another extra inning scenario here. Chenko trying to do the business now. To be fair to the Terminators, they have won both those games that they have been to extra time in. 2 for 2 with 2 golden goals from Deku, who is still on the field today. It's a handball for Rodchenko that will turn over to the Orcas here, deep in their own territory here. Orcas have yet to go to extra time this season. This is their first chance to claim a golden goal win. And they have taken the lead. Oh, it's Jordan Wilson with a big touch there. Able to recover just in time. And Orcas clear their lines. O'Sullivan, legendary chest trap there. Nicely rolled forward for Rodchenko. Deku. Ayala. Hearn's arriving in the box. Can they pick him out with a cross? It's up for Rodchenko. Back to O'Sullivan. Looking for Hearn. The Terminators do it again, another golden goal to break Orcas' hearts this time. And Ryan Ansah with an absolute belter has won it in golden goal for the Terminators once again in front of the home crowd. How about this finish? Sullivan picks it up, and Ansah just wallops this into the far corner. Braun Gets the slightest of touches but can't keep it out. Too fierce. Too much sting in the strike. And sends the Orcas packing again. What a finish. And what an end to our first game of Week 6 action. The Terminators claiming 2 more points in golden goal. Once again, for the 3rd time this season, they are perfect in extra time or beyond. And that is their 4th win of the season to vault them up the table a couple of critical spots for the time being. All the way up into 9th place into the top 10. I'll leave you here with the full match highlights. We'll be right back with our match of the day between the Green Galaxy and the Olympians to conclude our Friday night coverage under the lights on the National Soccer League Network. Bye-bye for now. Nope. Wait, what? Oh, we're at Petunian Mouse Spaghetti.